Hello, okay, so in the previous video I showed you how to set up your own drone model. In this one I will be showing you how to make these waypoint guidelines, sort of speaking, and add them into your scene. As you can see, they update runtime, and I will demonstrate you how they work. Select the drone, and as you can see, as we follow it, it disappears. As we get further, it will appear. It's basically a shader that puts the alpha on the surface, so it looks like it's disappearing, but it's actually just hidden. And yeah, okay, so let's begin. I will first start off with cleaning all of my waypoints, and I will show you in a few minutes how to get yours. Okay, so first of all, if you don't have a track manager, you will go ahead and look into your racing folder, click open prefabs and search for the track manager and drag it onto the scene. By default it will be appearing here where I created the prefab, which is fine for this case. And to add the first waypoint, what you have to do is click the create waypoint button here in the track manager, excuse me. So after we click it, you will notice that it created a child called point with the waypoint renderer inside the track manager, and you can go ahead and move that anywhere you want. You can rotate it, doesn't matter. To stack them, you can actually click the create waypoint to add a new waypoint that will add on top of the other one, or you can simply click this one and duplicate. You can do that by holding Control D. So as you can see, now we have three of them. I'll just go ahead and delete them. Okay, so now we have here two waypoints. So how do I get this to work and to make them turn, to make them change colors? So first of all, to change colors, you obviously need more than two waypoints, maybe more. And here in the track manager, as you can see, excuse me, that's my phone. In the track manager, you have a panel to select your color of desired waypoint color, which is inactive. That is the waypoint that is not active. The next waypoint color, obviously the next waypoint, and the current one you need to go through. And yeah, okay. So let's give it a go and see what happens. Let me select my drone. So obviously when I move, it will trigger, and it will trigger the next one, and so on until we get to the end. If you can see, we have a current lap here and the best lap in the top right view, which is not changing, and it does it usually automatically, but we haven't set up the time UI, which I created up front, which you will have in this demo view. They are here. I will show you in a bit. Let me zoom into my canvas. Okay, so I placed my track canvas here. This is the best lap tax, and this is actually the part where the best time will go, and this is the part where the current lap will go. So if we just go back into track manager, we drag and drop the best lap time UI here and the lap stamp over here. If I hit play once more, select our drone, you can see that our lap is not changing, but as soon as I pass through the gates, it will start counting, and it's counting, and best lap is this one. Let me go ahead and change my drone, maybe I'll have more luck to set the new time. Okay, 1.05, that's pretty good. Okay, so this is the part for this one. The next thing I want to show you is how to make turns with our track manager and It's very simple. So let's change this to orthographic. Okay, so let's delete the third one. Let's work with 2 for now. So let's go ahead and say we want to rotate this one, make it go here, and yeah. Obviously the points are not sharp and we will have to make them manually. First, let me show you that you have a editor script that will change the number of points in your line renderer. So for now I think 20 is pretty decent. It won't give you sharp edges. And okay, so all the scripts you hear, they're usually for the editor, so you can see the changes while you're not running the game, because that will be huge pain to correct the changes while you're playing the game. So this is much easier. Also, you have a button in the track manager to enable disable waypoint line, so if you don't like it, you can just disable if you don't want to deal with it. Back to the track. Okay, so as you can see, if we expand these two, you will see that they have a detector, which is turned off by default. We have a model of our neon pipe. We have lights, obviously, which get changed as well. We have P point 0, middle point 0, and the finishing point, which is point 1. So every time you stack a waypoint, the previous ending waypoint is the beginning for the next one. So this is the reason this one is disabled. There is no reason to use that. If it catches on the previous one, I will show you. As you can see, it catches and creates the nice loop we want. Okay, so these are point 0 and point 1s are basically the starting and ending of our waypoint tracks. So for instance, if I want my drone to start from here, I will just move it like so. So this is my starting point. Now the point 2 or the point 1, the next point, the exit of this waypoint will actually be placed somewhere where the we will have the best angle to position the middle one. We can move it here. I'll show you in a moment. So let's say we wanna, I think the best way to put this is between these two, like so, and target the next one, and we want this one to end somewhere about here, because let's say we want it to go circular motion. We don't know what we're gonna do with it, so let's just put it here. Okay, so let's try to get that smooth curve. So you do it with these middle points, 0 and 0. They're obviously called the same on each one. So if we go ahead and turn on our gizmos, you can see they have a small diamond icons, which makes them easier to grab on. So if I just grab it, let's enjoy our view. If I move it, you can see that it sort of changes the motion as we move it in the editor. So to get a smooth line, we have to move these accordingly. So I'll place this one here, and the middle point of this one will be placed here. And basically that's it. It's that easy to do. Let's give it a go. Select our drone, and as you can see, that's how it goes. Okay, so let's say you want to add more waypoints. So what did we say? Go to this one, Control D to duplicate, move it. Obviously we have to rotate it. Okay, let me explain you why this happens. As you can see, we have a chop off. That's because the line renderer remembered our previous camera position in that order, so this part of the line renderer gets cut off. So you can actually deal with it by just running the scene and closing it. It will appear back. Okay, so let's say we want to go downwards. Actually, let's go ahead and delete this one. Let's get a clean copy, create waypoint, and let's move it somewhere where we want, somewhere like here, rotate it, and let's see, we want it to point this way, go downwards, and get rotated downwards. So now we have to deal with more. Okay, so let me show you how to do that one. I'll actually add one more just in case to stabilize this one, to show you how it actually works very well. Okay, so let's expand this one, this one. We obviously need the previous one. So I said the finish of one waypoint is the beginning of another one. So this one we will have to move a little bit down to get the nicer motion. Set up the middle point like so, so it's not too curvy. I mean, we want to make it curvy with not sharp edges. We have to move this one up. Okay. Is it this one? No. It's that one. Let me turn up my gizmos. Way more. Something like that. Yep. So grab our gizmo. How do I turn off the lights? It's not working. Okay, never mind. So where did we stop? Okay, we wanted to smooth the lines. First of all, we're gonna deal with the vertical one, then we'll switch to top view. Let's first move this one, something like here. I said I always like to point them between, so you get something like that. And yep, this one's actually alright. Maybe move it a little bit downwards. Actually, no, this one's fine. Okay, so this looks smooth. Now we have to fix this one, previous one. They will always stack back to one or two waypoints, so you will have to deal with that. But it will be a very nice result. This one actually goes here. Yep. Oh, I lost it. Something like that. Let's go to the previous one. Okay, this is better. Something like this. Yep. Let's switch to top view and see. Ooh, this one looks bad. We will have to move it something like here. This didn't mess up our top view, I mean side view, which is awesome. We obviously need to configure this one much better. Something like that. Oh, my waypoints are way off. Yep, this looks better. Top view looks good, sort of. Let me just fix this one. That one and that one. Yep, looks very decent, very nice actually. So if we switch it to side view again, you can see it's kind of messed up because I messed up the alignments. So let's drag that one. I forgot to move this one down. Yep, something like that. Move this one up and move this one accordingly, something like that. And that looks pretty nice actually. This one does not. Let's move it a bit here. Yep, much better. So again, now we have this one isn't actually perfect as well. Let me just correct it like this. This looks like a perfectly smooth linear line, so let's give it a go. See how it works. Let's select some other drone for this. And this looks pretty nice actually. That's it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. You have my email in the documentation, and I'm sorry you maybe did not hear me. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. You have my email in the documentation, and stay tuned for more tutorials of these.